Okay, in this session we are going to study chapter 14. So now you have to understand that, like the author Mark is proceeding very quickly to the proceeding his story to the death of Jesus Christ. Okay? First paragraph from verse 1 through 11. The story talks about that a woman anointed Jesus. Do you know the meaning of Messiah? What does it mean? No, literal word meaning sakalong. Messiah sakalong. You should know. No. The anointed one. Messiah means anointed one. In the Old Testament, kings, prophets, priests were anointed. So it means that Jesus being Messiah means Jesus is king, prophet, also priest. Okay? It's Messiah, anointed one. Now in this paragraph, the woman, actually according to other gospels, it is Mary. Mary anointed Jesus as Messiah because she recognized Jesus as Messiah. You have to take note of this. In the Gospel of Mark, almost all the people do not recognize Jesus as the Messiah. Right? Even disciples of Jesus Christ could not recognize Jesus as the Messiah. Crowds, right? Followers of Jesus also, they could not. But here, Mary recognized Jesus as the Messiah. That's why she prepared the most expensive perfume to anoint Jesus. Verse 8, let us read. Verse 8. She did what she could. She poured perfume on my body beforehand to prepare for my burial. We have to take note of this here, two sagalong, two words. On my body. And in other gospel, head. She anointed Jesus on his head. But here, Gospel of Mark, on his body. I think here the body emphasized that Jesus crucified on the cross. His body crucified on the cross, right? Suffering and crucified body of Jesus Christ. And then Jesus interpreted the action of Mary that she prepared for my she prepared for my burial, for my death. Though almost nobody recognized Jesus as Messiah, but she recognized Jesus as Messiah. That's why she bought very expensive perfume and anointing, right? Mark wanted to describe this story, okay? For sure that because he wants to proclaim that Jesus is the Messiah once again. So in our first paragraph and second paragraph are closely connected. And second paragraph from 12 through 31. It is about the Last Supper. We usually say this is the Holy Communion, right? But the Holy Communion came from the Last Supper. You have to understand the meaning of the Last Supper. What does it mean? Yeah, to establish a new covenant. That's very important, right? That is important. Of course, by what he could establish a new covenant? By what? By what way? How? I said. How did Jesus establish a new covenant? In what way? Doing what? Don't understand the question? Okay, what did Jesus Christ do to establish new covenant? What did he do? Later. He died. Yes. Death and resurrection. Okay? Without death and resurrection, new covenant cannot be established. That's why, okay? That's why, the concept of covenant, new covenant is very important. Because, the writer himself also described in terms of covenant, right? Especially, the Gospel of Luke clearly described that this is the new covenant. New covenant. And verse 24. 1, 2, 3. Yes. The blood of Jesus Christ, which was bleed, right? For this is for the covenant establishment, right? Covenant. And then this covenant, though Jesus, he's Messiah, but he fulfilled the suffering Messiah. Suffering Messiah. Verse 21. 21. Naseti, tingitong. The Son of Man will go just as it is written about him. Mark emphasized that Jesus, the Messiah, died according to the prophecy. Especially when Jesus talked about his death, he always used the word Son of Man. Death. when Jesus talks about his death and resurrection, he used the word all the time, Son of Man.
လူသားနော်ခရစ်တော်တည်ခြင်းတဲ့ကြိုခြင်းမှာဆိုရှင်မြင်တယ်လူသားတည်ခြင်းရှင်နေတာကလည်းပြောလို့ပြောတယ်နော်
But when you read the Gospel of Mark, Mark used this sentence as Son of God. Okay?
မာကုမှာတော့ဘယ်လိုပြလဲဆိုရှင်ဘုရားသခင်သားနော်ဒီလူရဲ့သားပေါ့နော်လူသားဘုရားသခင်သား
So Son of Man, another word, what? What is that?
Son of God.
Son of Man.
လူသားရဲ့တော့စကားလုံးကပါဖြစ်မယ်
Then came down.
ပြောချင်တာ
Son of God.
Son of Man နဲ့ Son of God အတူတူပဲ
Okay, I can do that. But Jesus never used the Son of Man, a Son of God, like that.
ယေရှုကတော့ဒါမှမဟုတ် Son of God
Only before Sanhedrin, only before Pilate, he said, are you the Son of Man? Jesus said, yes, I am, he said.
နော်အဲ့ဒါပြလိုက်တာမေးတဲ့အခါမှာနော်ဒီလိုပြောတယ်
So, as the Son of Man, Son of God, the Son of God is going to die. Because he's suffering Messiah. He has to fulfill the prophecy of the Old Testament.
နော်
Like especially Isaiah 53.
ဟေရှာ53ပြည့်စုံဖို့ရတဲ့ခရစ်တော်ကအသေးခံမှာဖြစ်တဲ့အသေးမခံလို့ကိုမရ
Okay, let us go to verse 18.
ဆက်ရှိ
Chapter 14, verse 18.
စပွဲနိုင်
စပွဲနိုင်ရောက်၍စာနေကြစီယေရှုမှာသင်စီကတင်တို့တို့ပြေငါနဲ့တဲ့စာတော်ဒီဆောင်ရတာငါတို့နဲ့ဝေတော်မူ၏
Jesus said, one of you means from one of the 12 disciples will betray me.
နော်တရားကသစ္စာဖောက်မယ်လို့ပြောတယ်နော်
He did not point out the name. Oh, you will do. No. One of you.
ဒါနဲ့ဒီ
One of you.
တိကျခရစ်တော်တည်တယ်မလည်းညှို့မထိုးဘူးဒါနဲ့
Why?
တရားပြေဘာကြောင့်လဲ
Because under the severe persecution of Nero, some Christians, or many Christians, betrayed already Jesus Christ
နော်
to survive. Understand?
အဲ့ဒီအချိန်ခါတော့ဆိုလို့ချင်းခရစ်တော်မှာသစ္စာဖောက်လို့ရှိကြတယ်ပေါ့နော်အဲ့ဒီနှစ်ပတ်20ချင်းကာလမှာလေသစ္စာဖောက်ကြတယ်ခရစ်တော်ကို
So one of you also applies. One of you also symbolizes quite many of Christians who betrayed Jesus under the severe persecution.
တယောက်တော့သူဆိုတဲ့အတိတ်ပဲဘလို့ဖွင့်လို့ရတယ်ဆိုလို့ရှိရင်ဒီအတိတ်ပဲကနော်အခြားသူလည်းဖြစ်နိုင်တယ်ပေါ့နော်အဲ့ဒီကာလမှာခရစ်တော်ပေါ်မှာသစ္စာဖောက်ကြတယ်ပြောချင်းဖြစ်
Okay, now let's go to verse 25. It will be quite difficult for you to understand this one.
အငယ်25
Okay, Tim Nitong,
ငါမှလာ
truly I tell you, I'll drink again from the fruit of the vine until that day
ခုမဆ
when I drink it new in the kingdom of God. What does it mean, literally? Jesus will not do this anymore, right? The last prayer, this is only first and last time, right?
ဓမ္မနဲ့နောက်ဆုံးချိန်ပဲပေါ့နော်ခရစ်တော်ကဒီနောက်ဆုံးညစာပွဲလို့မှာဖြစ်တယ်
Why? What does it mean?
ဘာကြောင့်လဲအဲ့ဒီတိတ်ပဲပေါ့ပြောချင်တာ
Try to think about theologically.
စဉ်းစားကြည့်ပါဦး
Try to exercise theological imagination. Why? What does it mean?
He died.
Eh? What does it mean?
တော့တိတ်ပဲလေသူနောက်ဆုံးပေါ့နော်ဒီကျန်ပိုင်း25ကျန်တိတ်ပဲပေါ့ပြောချင်
တောက်
တယ်
ပြီးတော့ဒါဒီဘဲတော့လည်းတောက်ပြီးတော့ပြီးသူအတေခံတော့လေဒီကနေ့သူကောင်းနေတက်သွားတော့တက်သွားရင်သူပြန်မလာချိန်ကြီးတော့မတောက်ဘူး
After this Lord Supper he will die he will crucify and then he will go back no coming back
Yeah. So, so you have to make it one sentence. So what? So then he fulfilled. Jesus fulfilled the covenant, renewed the covenant, right? Perfectly, once for all, 100% fulfilled. Okay, and established new covenant 100%, not 50%, not 50%, 100% fulfilled. Okay, that's why.
ခရ
This
စ်
is
တော်
it.
ကပြည့်တရားကိုတရားရခိုင်လို့ဖြစ်တယ်
Therefore, he doesn't need a second time Lord's Supper or third time Lord's Supper. No, already complete in this. Only one time Lord's Supper.
နောက်ဆုံးမြတ်စွာဘုရားခုတည်းအားလုံးပြည့်စုံပြီးတော့နောက်ခေါ်လဲဘော
Nalela.
နားလည်ပါ
Okay. Verse 27 through 31 is about what? Peter's denying Jesus, right? It's predicted, right?
ဆက်ခွန်ကနေ30တိကတော့ခင်ယေရှုကိုညှင်းပယ်တယ်ခရစ်တော်ပေတရုညှင်းပယ်တဲ့အကြောင်းပြောတာဖြစ်တယ်
You know, Peter thought, okay, and Peter, oh yeah. You are going to die, I'll follow you. I never deny you. Right? But Jesus said, you are going to deny me.
နောက်ဒီချမ်းပိုက်ကပေတရုကညှင်းပယ်ဆိုတော့ပြီးတော့ခရစ်တော်နောက်လိုက်တယ်နောက်ကိုရော့တက်ဆိုတင်တော့တင်မယ်ဘောကိုရော့နောက်ညှင်းပယ်ဘူးလို့ပေတရုကပြောတယ်မို့ယေရှုမဟုတ်ဘူးမင်းကညှင်းပယ်လိမ့်မယ်လို့ပြော
You have to understand, Peter symbolized all Christians.
ဒီအမှပေတရုကိုပုံစံကအားလုံးခရစ်ယာန်ကိုပုံစံဖြစ်တယ်
Right? Many of Christians,
သူတွေခရစ်ယာန်တွေ
to survive,
ကိုကိုပဲ
they face difficult situation
တကယ်တော့သူတို့အဲ့ဒါချင်းတူလို့ရှိရင်
and then deny Jesus Christ. Some of them. Not all though, many of them. Actually, many of Christians denied Jesus Christ.
ချီသူတို့ခက်တွေ့တဲ့အခါမှာခရစ်ယာန်တွေလည်းယေရှုကိုညှင်းပယ်ကြတယ်
Then Jesus Christ, okay, you deny me, I'll kill you, punish you, I'll put you into the eternal fire, hell. No.
ယေရှုကအဲ့လိုပြောတယ်မင်းကညှင်းပယ်တဲ့အတွက်ငါ့ကိုမြို့မှာငါ့ငရေတွေကိုပို့မယ်မပြောပါဘူးယေရှုကအဲ့လို
Chapter 16 talks about restoration of Peter and his disciples, Jesus' disciples. Restoration.
ငါဆက်ချောင်းမှာပြန်ပြောတယ်ခရစ်တော်ဘက်ကပြန်လက်လာဖို့အတွက်ပြန်ပြောတယ်
After resurrection, I will go to Galilee ahead of you, Jesus said.
ငါရှင်မြန်ပြီးတဲ့နောက်မှာပြန်တွေ့တယ်ကာလီလဲမှာပြန်တွေ့မယ်
What does Galilee mean?
ကာလီလဲဒီမေပါလေ
The place for evangelism start.
အင်းဂရိကိုငါရမယ့်နေရာဖြစ်တယ်
Understand? Though Peter and disciples denied Jesus Christ to survive, but later they will be restored.
နော်ယေရှု
And then they will passionately evangelize.
တကယ်တော့ခရစ်တော်ရှင်ကအဲ့လိုကြည့်တယ်လို့ဆောင်ကြတယ်ဆိုတော့တွေ့
Understand? That is the meaning of paragraph, second paragraph. And then third paragraph,
အဲ့ဒီတရားရအပိုက်ကအဲ့ဒီတိပဲ
verses 32 through 41.
30ကနေ40တိတတိယပိုက်ဖြစ်တယ်
Jesus prayed at Gethsemane. It's a little mountain,
ကိတရှင်နာ
it's a hill. I went there when I was in.
ဆရာတော်ရောက်မှုတယ်
Yeah.
ပန်ပုံးလေးပါပဲ
It's like going up there is a little tough, but not very high.
နည်းနည်းလေးပဲမြင်တယ်ဘုံလေး
In
ပါ
the Gethsemane, there's a very big, very old olive tree.
နော်
It is sad that olive tree that right now came from Jesus' time. They say.
အဲ့ဒီအခုချိန်ကြီးဟောလဲတန်မြင်ရှိတယ်အကြီးပဲယေရှု
Anyway, Jesus prayed.
ယေရှုဆုတောင်းတယ်
Why did Jesus pray at this time?
အမှယေရှုလို့ဆုတောင်းတယ်
Japan? Why did Jesus?
လို့ဆုတောင်းတယ်ကိတရှင်မင်း
ဒီဘက်ကိုလည်းမြန်မြန်ပါ
ဒီခွက်ကိုဝင်တော့ပါ
English? What? In English?
has this
suffering
To overcome suffering, right? To prepare for suffering. Yes, that's right. To prepare for suffering, to overcome suffering. That's right. So Jesus was enthusiastically, passionately praying, right? Very hard, pray very hard.
တကယ်ပြင်းပြင်းထန်ထန်
But the disciples of Jesus Christ,
ယေရှု
you pray here and then
ညကို
sleep,
ညကို
right? They sleep because why?
ဘာကြောင့်လဲ
Why were they sleepy? Why?
ဘာကြောင့်ဒီ တပည့်တော်ရဲ့အဲ့နိုင်ငံကို
ဘုန်းကြီးကအားနေတယ်ဆို
the witness the secretary
Another word.
တခြား
Another word.
တခြားပါ
See, I can't go.
စာရန်သူတို့နောက်ဆက်တယ်လို့ပြောတယ်ယေရှုက
I don't just say only Satan, okay? From their point.
Okay.
Not don't say like Satan didn't. No. That's it. It is not theological imagination. No. You shouldn't say, "Oh, Satan made it." No, then we have no response. No, it's not a good answer. Okay.
နော်
ခန္ဓာဘောခန္ဓာဘောအားနေတာ
ဒီပါရီဒီပါရီ
the flex
Yeah, that's what it said. Another word. Another reason. Of course, they are weak, but it is not a good reason. It is not real reason.
because of they don't have passion
They don't want.
passion
They don't want what?
they don't have passion
They don't want to suffering. They don't want suffering with you. Yes, that's the reason.
lazy
They don't want to join suffering of Jesus Christ. Understand?
ကျွန်တော်ပြောတာကကျွန်တော်ခရစ်တော်နဲ့သူတို့နာကျင်ခြင်းမခံခြင်းပေါ့နော်
Because for the disciples to follow Jesus Christ, they have another goal. They have purpose. They want to be highly positioned. That's why they don't want to join the suffering of Jesus Christ.
နော်ခရစ်တော်တော့ကိုလိုက်တဲ့ပြီးတော့သူတို့ကောင်းဆုံးရာထူးတွေလုပ်ချင်တယ်တကယ်ခရစ်တော်နဲ့သူနာကျင်ရမယ်ဆိုတော့
Even at this point at Mount Gethsemane,
ဒီကိစ္စမှမဟုတ်
the disciples of Jesus Christ even didn't understand the suffering of Jesus Christ. They didn't believe that Jesus is going to die. No.
သူတို့မယုံကြခရစ်တော်သိခံတယ်သူမယုံ
That's why they continue to sleep. Doze off. In English, doze off.
အဲ့
Sleep.
အဲ့နိုင်ငံကိုပြောကြတာ
They are never interested in suffering of Jesus Christ. They never believe
သူတို့
suffering of Jesus.
ခရစ်တော်သိခံမယ်ဆိုတော့သူတို့မယုံကြကြဘူး
Understand?
ဘယ်နားလဲနော်
This is the situation of Mark church members like that.
ဒီတင်တာပဲချိန်ရလို့ရှိနေပါတော့အဲ့ကြိုက်တယ်ဆိုတော့ဒီပြောရတော့ခရစ်တော်နဲ့သူတို့နာကျင်ခြင်း
You know, in the future, your church members will be like that. Mostly.
တင်ရအနာဂတ်မှာလည်းတင်တော်လို့ဆောင်နေကောင်မှာတင်တင်တာကျွန်တော်များဒီပုံစံဖြစ်လာနိုင်တယ်
Don't trust your church members.
တင်တာကျွန်တော်ကိုးစားလို့
Their faith is very low, almost no, though they come to church.
ယုံကြည်ခြင်းနဲ့နုနေတယ်ပေါ့နော်
Understand? They come to church for something, blessing. Kaungji.
တင်တော်ဆံရဖို့စီရဖို့
So one thing additionally that here I even mentioned this one before. Here in Myanmar, at worship, pastors and worship leader use so many times. No, it's very bad actually. That's why so many church members come. Oh, if I come to this place, God will bless me. No, so don't use. If you use only one time, but here all the churches, so many times. My church, the Maranatha church here, Hosanna, I can't go church, Nepido church there, Georgia, yeah, right? Everywhere. Tell them not to use that. Very bad. Same as Buddhabada, okay? Very bad, very bad. Don't use, okay? Because if you continue to use it, they have wrong conception about blessing.
ကျွန်တော်တို့မြန်မာပြည်ပြည်ရှင်ပေါင်းပြီးတော့ဆိုတော့အဲ့လိုမျိုးပဲမြေရခက်ခက်ပြောတော့မကောင်းဘူးနော်ဘာလို့ညကြည့်တယ်ဟောဘုရားကောင်းကြည့်တယ်သူတို့ကောင်းကြည့်ပဲနေတာပါ
If you say then you encourage them to always hope for blessing, material blessing. No.
ခန္ဓာပိုင်းကောင်းကြည့်တယ်သူမျိုးလေးသူတို့ဖြစ်သွားမှာနော်
Don't use that, okay? Don't use that.
အဲ့တော့မြေတော့ပါနေ
It, in English, deteriorate. Deteriorate means make cleansing very dirty. I mean, cleansing, you make dirty, that's deteriorate. It deteriorates gospel. You understand? You know, you have to understand. Blessing means for them to come to church is blessing. Coming near to Jesus Christ, that is blessing.
ကောင်းကြည့်ဆိုတာခရစ်တော်နာမလေးကြီးခရစ်တော်ကိုးစားတယ်နော်ဒါ ကောင်းကြီးပဲသူတို့တွေ့
But many pastors, many church leaders here, when during worship, they ask God's material blessing.
တော်တော်များများတော့နော်မြင်ရတဲ့ကောင်းကြီးကိုပဲသူတို့ဥစားပေးပြောကြတယ်ဒါတော့ဖြစ်တယ်
Then if you continue to say this thing, church members will never grow spiritually. You see, you're a church member.
အဲ့လိုမျိုးဆိုလို့ရှိရင်တင်းတင်းတဲ့ဘယ်တော့မှ
Yeah.
ဦးညီရမှာတိုးတက်မှာမဟုတ်
You understand?
ဘူး
I know the spiritual level in Maranatha Church, in your church, everybody. Not good, very low actually, frankly speaking. I don't rebuke you, so from now on, don't use Piasingkongjipibashi, okay? You have to change, okay? There's a big problem of Myanmar local church. All the time, Piasingkongjipibashi. That is your reason, purpose to believe in Jesus Christ. Then you are like the crowds in the Gospel of Mark. Understand?
ဆိုတော့ဒီ level မှာကူလေးတာတော့သူတို့အချင်းတော်လည်းအဲ့လိုပဲပေါ့နော်ကျွန်တော်တင်တဲ့တွေကိုဘယ်လိုမိတ်ဆက်ပေးရမလဲခရစ်တော်ကိုနိကအောင်အဲ့လိုမျိုးပြောတုံ့တင်ပေးရမှာဖြစ်တယ်
You know, Gospel of Mark teaches us we have to follow and join the suffering of Jesus Christ. That is real Christian. That is real Christian.
ကဲစမန်နဲ့ယုံကြည်သူကတော့ခရစ်တော်နဲ့သူနာကြည်ခြင်းကိုခံဖို့ပဲဖြစ်တယ်
So please don't use Piasingkongjipibashi. In Korea, we never use, almost no. We never use during the worship. In Korea, 하나님이 당신들을 축복하기를 원합니다. Piasingkongjipibashi. We never use, almost all the churches never use during worship. Understand?
ဒီဖျားဖို့ကိုယ်ရဲ့ချိန်မှာတော့ဖျားရှင်ကောင်းပေးပါစေတော့တော့
Okay? And then next part,
ဘာလို့လဲတော့ပြောရ
verses 41, 42, Jesus got ready to die, ready to his death.
41 to 42
And then 43 through 52,
53ကနေ53
Jesus was arrested.
ယေရှုကိုသူမြင်ကြတယ်နော်
Here,
ဖန်ဆီးတာပေါ့နော်ဖန်ဆီး
verse 43, you have to take note of this one.
ဟုတ်ယေရှုကိုဖန်ဆီးကြတယ်နော်
Here, verse 43,
လေးစတော့
verse 43, all crowd.
အောင်လူစုလူဝေဘောလို့ဒီက
A crowd. Here, in Greek, Sorry.
အောင်လူစုလူဝေဘော Greek လို့ပြောရဆိုလို့ရှိရင်
Oklos.
across
This crowd, from the beginning, they follow Jesus Christ.
ဒီလူစုကကမ္ဘာစကရယ်ခရစ်တော်ကိုလည်းကြည့်ဖြစ်တယ်
Understand? They follow Jesus because Jesus performed miracles, casting out demons, heal the sick people. That's why. Feed them.
ယေရှု
That's why this Oklos. Okay, like so Oklos. Crowd. Okay? They follow Jesus Christ. But now they came to catch Jesus,
နောက်ဆုံးမှာအဲ့ဒီလူအောက်ကပဲခရစ်တော်ဖမ်းမလို့လာတာဖြစ်တယ်
to kill him.
သူ့ကိုတပ်ဖို့
And okay, let's go to chapter 5, verse 24. Chapter 5.
မတိုင်ငါစလေ
Chapter 5, verse 24.
ကိုရိုတီ
Okay, 1, 2, 3. So Jesus went with him. A large crowd followed and pressed around him. A large crowd. Oklos. Polus. Many people.
ကြည်လူတွေအများကြီးတဲ့သူနောက်ကိုလည်းကြတယ်
Understand? This crowd, in the beginning, they follow Jesus Christ, but finally, they agreed to kill Jesus Christ.
အဲ့ဒီလူအုပ်စုတွေအစကလည်းဘာလို့ခရစ်တော်ကိုလည်းနောက်ဆုံးမှာကားစင်တင်တာနော်ဒီလူအုပ်စုတွေ
Why does this happen? Why?
ဘာကြောင့်လို့ဖြစ်တယ်
Because they want from Jesus Christ money political power. They wanted to be rich. They want blessing, but Jesus is going to die. Then they thought and believed that, oh, he's not Messiah. You know, this teaches us very important theology. That's why it's very important for you. Teach the Bible right. If you don't teach the Bible or teach the Bible right, your church members will have another purpose, not to follow Jesus Christ. Understand? And then finally they will be thrown into hell, though they come to your church. You understand? Very serious, very serious. Once again, Mark wrote his gospel for his church members not to get blessing from Jesus Christ, but to follow the suffering of Jesus Christ. Understand? Okay, now verse 43, chapter 14, verse 43. Once again, 43, let us read. Just as he was speaking, Judas, one of the 12, appeared with him, was a crowd armed with swords and clubs, sent from the chief priests, the teachers of the law, and the others. Okay, finally, these religious leaders revealed their aim. What is their aim? Kill Jesus, to kill Jesus. And then Judas Iscariot. Actually, the name is not indicated here also. But anyway, one of the disciples, okay? Okay, so that he called verse 45. 45. 1, 2, 3. Going at once to Jesus, Judas said, Rabbi. Here she said, it is written, Judas. He called Jesus not Messiah, not Son of God, but Rabbi. Rabbi. What people? Why? Why? Why did he call Rabbi? Jesus Christ? Why?
Because he's the son of man, son of God. He's the son of God.
He's the son of God. That's why Judas called Jesus Rabbi. No.
No, here Myanmar translates
What?
Lord.
No, wrong. Verse here in Mark, Rabbi, not Lord. Rabbi. Yeah, wrong. Because actually, you have to understand, although I've just made a lot of mistakes in interpretation. Original version, Greek Sagane, Rabbi. Why? Okay, now let's say this is Rabbi. Then why? Why does Judas call Jesus Rabbi? Why? No, what does it mean? Theological meaning. Theological meaning. He did not call Jesus Son of God or Messiah, but called him Rabbi. What does it mean? See, I come from. What does it mean? Theological meaning.
He teach the discipleship.
That is literal meaning. So I'm asking theological meaning. He doesn't believe, Judas doesn't believe Jesus as the Son of God, Jesus as the Messiah. He doesn't believe, that's why he called Rabbi. Understand? Nalela?
သူတို့ကဘယ်လိုလဲ repeat ဆိုတာနာဘယ်လိုခေါ်လဲဆို
Rapi, because he doesn't believe that Jesus is Son of God, Jesus is the Messiah. That's why he called, Judas called Rapi.
ယူဒကလည်းယူဒရှကာယကသူ့ကိုမရှိယလို့မယုံဘူးဒါကြောင့်မသူ့ကိုဆရာပေါ်မှာရပိသူကခေါ်တယ်လို့ပြောတယ်
Okay?
ဒီလိုမျိုးတွေက
မယုံဘူး
He never understood, he never believed, he never understood Jesus as Messiah, Jesus as the Son of God. Yeah, compromise, before compromising, he never believed Jesus as the Messiah, Jesus as the Son of God. That's why he compromised. You understand?
ယူဒရှကာယကယူဒရှကာယကလည်းခရစ်တော်ကိုလိုက်တဲ့သူမယုံဘူးလေငိုချောင်းလိုက်တာပေါ့ညာနော်
What happened to choosing some discipleship?
Huh?
Why Jesus choose
Choosing certain disciples.
Jesus
Yeah, he followed. Judas followed Jesus actively. That's what called.
တက်တက်ကြွလိုက်တယ်ပေါ့နော်
You understand?
တက်တက်ကြွလို့လည်းဘုရားဆောင်လည်းနေပါတော့
Okay? Yes. Okay? Understand? Don't say, oh, Jesus is God, so his plan is perfect. Of course his plan is perfect, but he allows Judah to follow him. Understand?
တကယ်ဆိုတော့ကွန်ပျူတာဘောတော့ဒီဗီဒီယိုတော့ကနေလိုက်လာ
Okay, now
တကယ်ကြားရနော်
verse 51 and 52. Very interesting thing.
50 နဲ့
ကိုယ်ကတပည့်တော်
A young man wearing nothing but a linen garment was following Jesus. When they seized him, he fled naked, leaving his garment behind. Who is this young man?
ဘယ်သူလဲလူငယ်တည်းလူငယ်တည်းရောက်တယ်
Yes, Mark. Mark himself. His shameful past, right?
တော်တော်ဘာလို့ရှက်ရတဲ့လူငယ်ဆိုပြီးလဲကျွန်တော်လည်းမသိတော့
It's interesting to know that, in the Gospel of Mark, everybody failed. Peter failed, 12 disciples failed, even Mark himself failed to follow Jesus, right? Only later they are restored, right?
ပစိုးကြောင်းပြရသူပဲမလား
Do well.
I right now I need this German but before I don't know
Yeah.
ဒီမှာကျွန်တော်မသိဘူးဘယ်လိုနေမှမသိဘူးအဲ့လိုပေါ့နော်ရှောက်
ကို
လို့
ယ်
ရှိ
ကိုယ်တဲ့မှာရှိတယ်ကိုယ်တဲ့40မှာအဲ့ဒီမှာ
And then verse 53 through 65 is about Jesus stood before at Sanhedrin. This Sanhedrin is like kind of a council, political council and religious council. Most powerful people are there. It is said that also Paul was one of the Sanhedrin members. Paul, St. Paul Luke.
ရှင်ဘောလည်းပဲလိုမျိုးဒီအရာရှိတယ်မလို့စိတ်ရင်းနဲ့မှသူဖွဲ့တယောက်ဖြစ်တယ်လို့ပြောတယ်
And then let's go to verse 61 and 62.
60နဲ့
1, 2, 3.
ကိုရောဒီတခွန်မြတ်တဲ့
ပြန်ပြောတော့ဘယ်လိုလဲဆိုတော့ဒီ
ရှိကမယ်နောက်ကာလနဲ့ဒါဒီကိုရောဒီအဲ့ဒါနဲ့ဘုဒ္ဓကစီကြွလာတဲ့တင်ဒီမြန်ကြတဲ့ပဲတော့
Sanhedrin asked Jesus, "Are you the Messiah, Son of God, Son of?" And there are two things: Messiah and Son of God. Right? Are you? Jesus said, "I am." Yes.
ဟုတ်တယ်
Yeah.
ကိုရောပြောသလိုပဲ
For you said okay, not Tom. For Mark,
ခုက
it's very important for to reveal that Jesus is the Messiah,
ခုကတော့
Messiah,
ယေရှုကမရှိယဖြစ်တယ်
the Son of God.
ဘုရားယေရှု
Let's go to chapter 1, verse 1. Let us read once again. Chapter 1, verse 1. Go back.
မာဂုတိကို ပြန်ကြည့်အောင်ပါနော်
Chapter 1, verse 1.
ဖယား
ဘုရားရှင်သားတော်
The beginning of good news about Jesus Messiah, the Son of God.
ယေရှုတော်တွင်သွား
Right? Matthew started his gospel by proclaiming that Jesus is the Messiah, Jesus is the Son of God.
နော်မာကု
Yeah.
နော်
Okay.
ယေရှုကနော်မေရှိယဖြစ်တယ်ဖျားခင်တာဖြစ်တယ်လို့စကလုံးချီပြီးတော့ပြောတယ်
But so far, Jesus never proclaimed himself to be the Son of God and Messiah.
နော်တာမြတ်ယေရှုကသူ့ကိုတော့အဲ့လိုမျိုးမပြောဘူး
Now, Jesus said, because Sanhedrin asked him, "Are you the Messiah? Are you the Son of God?" Jesus said, "Yes, I am."
နော်အဲ့လိုမျိုးကဖတ်မိတဲ့အခါပေါ့နော်ဟုတ်တယ်နော်ကိုတော့ပြောရမေရှိယဖျားခင်တာမှာပဲလို့ပြောတယ်
Yes.
စမတော့ပြော
I am. It means I am the Messiah. I am the Son of
အဲ့
God. Son of
ဒါ
God.
မိတဲ့အခါမှာတော့
But verse 62, that Son of God, that Messiah is going to punish you, religious leaders, political leaders.
နော်နိုင်ငံရေးကောင်းဆောင်ပါတဲ့ကောင်းဆောင်အဲ့ဒီမေရှိယနော်ဖျားခင်တာတော့တနေ့တရားစီရင်မယ်
Because he said, and you will see, Jesus said, verse 62, once again, 62. Charles said, name 1, 2, 3.
ယေရှုကနိုင်နောက်ကာလ၌ကကိုရောလည်းဒီလိုမျိုးချတယ်ဝေးလို့
Jesus said, you will see Son of Man, the Son of God, is coming with a cloud, on the cloud. Means that he's going to destroy the temple. He's going to punish the religious leaders.
ဘာသာရေးကောင်းဆောင်တွေကိုတည်တရားစီရင်ဗိမာန်ကိုဖျက်ဆီးမယ်ဒါကိုပြောခြင်းဖြစ်တယ်
Jesus clearly proclaimed himself to be the Messiah and Son of God.
နော်ယေရှုကသူ့ကိုသူပြောတယ်ပေါ့နော်ငါကမေရှိယဖြစ်တယ်ဘုရားသခင်
This part is very important in Gospel of Mark.
ကြည့်မတ်တေမကုမာရောခရစ်ကြောင့်ဒီစိတ်ပိုင်းကအရင်အရေး
Because Jesus himself proclaimed to be the Messiah and Son of God.
သခင်ယေရှုကိုယ်တိုင်သူ့ကိုသူမေရှိယ
But right after that, verses 63 66 to the end,
66ကနေအဆုံးထိကတော့ဘာပြောလဲဆိုလို့ရှိရင်
Peter denied Jesus 3 times.
ဆိုတော့ပေတရုကခရစ်တော်ကို3ကြိမ်ညှင်းပယ်တဲ့အကြောင်းတွေ့ရမှာဖြစ်တယ်
As I told you, Peter symbolizes Christians in the time of Mark under the severe persecution of Nero.
ပေတရုကိုမြင်ကြတော့ခရစ်ယာန်တွေမြင်ရမှာဖြစ်တယ်
You see, even Peter cursed Jesus. Verse 7,
နော်
71.
97ကိုဖတ်ရအောင်နော်
1, 2, 3.
ပေတရုက
He began to call down curses and he swore to them, I don't know this man you are talking about.
မြင်တော့
Jesus once said that if you acknowledge me before people, I will acknowledge you. If you don't acknowledge me in front of people, then I don't acknowledge you.
နော်သခင်ယေရှုကပြောတယ်နော်လူတွေရှေ့မှာငါ့ကိုနော်ဝန်ခံတဲ့သူလည်းငါဝန်ခံမယ်ငါညှင်းပယ်တဲ့သူလည်းနော်ဖျားရှေ့မှာငါညှင်းပယ်မယ်လို့ပြောဦးတယ်သခင်ယေရှု
Peter didn't acknowledge Messiah in front of the people.
နော်လူတွေရှေ့မှာပေတရုနော်ခရစ်တော်ဖြစ်ပါလိမ့်မယ်သူမဝန်ခံဘူး
But still, Jesus, the merciful God, He gave him mercy to be restored.
နော်ပေတရုကိုဖျားခြင်းနဲ့တာပေးတယ်ဒါပေမဲ့ညင်းတယ်နော်ပေတရုက
Okay?
ဟုတ်တယ်
Understand?
အဲ့
Lalala.
ဒါပေတရုကရှေ့မှာခုချိန်မှာခရစ်ယာန်တွေကိုမြင်ရမှာဖြစ်တယ်
Okay, it's up to here.
ဒီလောက်ပဲကျွန်တော်